so many new pieces to this IU football team.
To me, that's going to set the tone on how you get ready for games on Saturday in the fall.
I would put that Indiana room up against anybody else in the conference, and that's something that we typically don't even come close to saying.
If you want to get total sickos committee about it, there's a position battle at long snapper too.
This is the Hoosier Huddle Podcast, part of the College Huddle Podcast Network.
All right, good afternoon. Welcome to the Hoosier Huddle Podcast. I'm Sammy Jacobs. Along with me is Peach Bowl President and CEO Gary Stokan, who joined us earlier to preview the Rose Bowl. I'm glad we didn't put a jinx on it. Indiana's heading down to the Peach Bowl for our college football playoff semifinal game against number 5 Oregon. A lot of Big Ten in Atlanta. Gary, how are you?
Sammy, how's it going? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's going very well. Finally got back on Eastern time and on planet Earth after I think a 30-hour trip to Los Angeles in the rain. So pretty good time. Loved my experience at the Rose Bowl special, and I'm really looking forward to, 1, staying in the Eastern time zone, and 2, the experience down in Atlanta with the Peach Bowl. So tell us a little bit about the Peach Bowl. Indiana has a history with the Peach Bowl. They went down there twice, played Tennessee and lost, and played Auburn and lost. But tell our newer fans a little bit about the Peach Bowl.
Well, one thing right off the top, I think that Kirk Cignetti and his father are only the second coaching duo that have coached in the Peach Bowl. Bobby Bowden and Tommy Bowden coached in the Peach Bowl, and Frank Cignetti coached with Bobby Bowden at West Virginia, and now Kirk Cignetti will coach in the Peach Bowl. So an interesting fact that you can win some beers on in Atlanta this week
Nice.
if you're an Indiana fan. But no, the Peach Bowl, we were founded as the 9th oldest bowl game back in 1968. But the first bowl game founded for charity. We joined the CFP. This is our 12th year of the 12-year contract, where we've hosted 4 semifinal games. In each of those semifinal games, we hosted the number 1 team in the country. And we'll do so with Indiana, obviously. The last time we had Georgia in it, and then LSU and Alabama. So some really good teams have played here in the semi, and basically within 1 calendar year, we'll have hosted in Atlanta the quarterfinal of the CFP last year, the national championship, and then the semifinal this year. So it's a reason why a lot of people call us the capital of college football, along with having the SEC championship annually and the College Football Hall of Fame based here in Atlanta.
You said you guys were the first bowl to be founded by on a charitable platform. Can you speak a little bit about what that means, not only as the president and CEO, but also to the community around Atlanta and the schools participating in it? You said yesterday on our Zoom call that you're endowing a $100,000 scholarship to both universities participating in the Peach Bowl. Just take us through what kind of charities you guys support and how much it means to the community.
Well, it's really important to us. As I said, we were the first bowl game founded for charity, and so we take that as part of our mission. Since I've taken over as CEO in 1998, we have donated $70 million to charitable contributions to charities in Atlanta and Georgia and throughout the country. You mentioned in one endeavor our John Lewis Legacy of Courage scholarships, which we endow $100,000 scholarships to both Indiana and Oregon in this game. And that'll put us over $10 million in 37 universities who we've endowed scholarships for Title I kids, who are kids that don't have the money to attend college, and in most cases are the first kids in their generation ever to attend college. So, we've given $25 million to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, to find cures to eradicate childhood cancer. We now have 18 trials in 5 different hospitals in 4 different states, treating everything from neuroblastoma to leukemia. And the goal is to hopefully get something FDA approved that'll give a kid another month, another year, maybe another lifetime to live. We've put $16 million into the College Football Hall of Fame, moving it from South Bend, Indiana, to build it here in Atlanta and to sustain it. And then numerous other charities that we've donated the rest of the money to. So this year we'll go over $5 million alone in charitable contributions.
That's amazing. That's amazing work. I worked at charter schools in Indianapolis, and so when the college football playoff national championship was here, we got a lot of that funding from their teacher charity. I forgot what it was called.
Extra Yard for Teachers, yeah.
Yeah, Extra Yard for Teachers. Sent some of our teachers to the game, donated a whole bunch of money for a new library. So, as an educator, I appreciate all that work, and I know the medical professionals do as well. Let's talk about some of the events surrounding the Peach Bowl for fans. What are some things that Indiana fans and Oregon fans who are heading down to the game can do before Friday?
Well, I know that most people will only be here maybe Wednesday or Thursday and Friday alone, but a couple things that are must-dos. One is the College Football Hall of Fame I mentioned. It's right next to the Omni Hotel, and probably about 100 yards away is the Georgia Aquarium, which is the largest aquarium in the world. It's a must-see in Atlanta as well. So those would be 2 things I would suggest to Indiana or Oregon fans to go. And then on Friday, our Fan Fest takes place at 2:30 to 6:30 inside the Georgia World Congress Center, which is about a 100-yard walk to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So a lot of games, activities, sponsor activations will take place in there. Both bands and both cheerleaders will be in there doing a pep rally. It's a huge hall, so a lot of fun to get you geared up for the game. And then we'll kick off at 7:30 inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Do you need a game ticket to get into Fan Fest, or can you?
No,
buy a
Fan
separate
Fest is free. Fan Fest
Awesome.
is free. So, yeah, people can go do that. You do need a ticket for the College Football Hall of Fame and Aquarium, though.
Awesome. What should IU fans expect going to Mercedes-Benz Stadium? The first time that IU's played in that stadium. It's got great reviews from friends that have gone to games there. But take us through Mercedes-Benz Stadium a little bit. What should IU fans expect besides 72 degrees and climate-controlled weather?
Yeah, well, it looks like, just looking at the weather, it's supposed to be 71, 72, and 73 in Atlanta on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we'll have great weather outside as well. But Mercedes-Benz Stadium, I think, is the finest stadium in the country right now. It has great sight lines for the fans. It's enclosed, obviously. I don't think we'll open it, but it could possibly be opened if you needed it to or wanted it to. I don't think that'll be the case for this year's game. So it will be 72 degrees in there. But the concessions are the lowest price concessions in the National Football League. And so it's great for consumers to go in there and you can get something to eat and something to drink and not have to pay an arm and a leg. And with the great sight lines, with a halo board that I think is better than the stadium in Dallas, Jerry Jones Stadium, because the halo board is additive to your experience and watching the game versus such a big screen where you just watch the game on the screen. So between the sight lines, between the halo board, between the concession prices, and between it being enclosed, when you get 2 college bands in there and 2 college teams, the atmosphere is incredible. It's exciting. It's dynamic. And I think it lends itself to a higher level of play because it's such a great atmosphere.
One of the issues fans had at the Rose Bowl was the amount of time it took to get into the game. It's a significantly older stadium than Mercedes-Benz. What time do you recommend fans to show up to get into their seat by pregame ceremonies and kickoff?
Yeah, we'll open gates at 5:30, so it'll be 2 hours before the kick. And obviously, with this being a semifinal game and Indiana, having the opportunity to be in it for the first time, I would suggest people would get there as close to 5:30, 6 o'clock as they can, because you want to get in there. Obviously, you can get something to eat and drink, take a look at the stadium, enjoy the guys working out and starting to warm up, and take in the Halo board and the whole experience. So that's what I would suggest. There's 4 gates. Gate 1 and 2 are the main gates that people will go into. Gates 3 and 4 are a little less. They're smaller, but a little less attendance goes through there. But it should be, with all the technology now that exists, and with mobile ticketing and facial recognition, et cetera, should be an easier entry.
Terrific. Let's talk about the game a little bit. It is a rematch of an earlier game this season where Indiana beat Oregon 30-20 up in Autzen. Another incredible atmosphere that IU has played in this year, and I expect another one on Friday night. It's the number 1 team in the country against the number 5 team in the country. What do you expect this game to be like?
Well, I was doing some statistics analysis and looking at and scoring offense. Both are top 10 in the country. Scoring defense, they're both top 10. Mendoza is a 72% passer. Moore is a 73% passer. You look at the scoring. Indiana scores 41.6. Oregon's 38. Defensively, Indiana's 10.85, Oregon's 16.3. So it's just amazing how many interesting facts and figures are so close. I think they both, first down wise, they both have 150 first downs through passing, which is amazing that that they're that close. And then when you look at yards, rushing, 221 for Indiana, 206 for Oregon, 5.4 for Indiana per carry, 5.5 for Oregon, 34 touchdowns for Oregon rushing, 31 for Indiana. So there's so many things that are so close. And obviously that's why they're 2 of the best teams in the country. I don't think the first game has anything to do with this game. People like to talk about it's tough beating this team a second time. Hey, when you kick the ball off, it's a football game. And so I don't put a lot of background into that first game. Both teams have changed a little bit. They've matured. They've gotten better. And so, I think we're in for a heck of a game on Friday night at 7:30 in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
You got 2 outstanding coaches from the Nick Saban tree. And if you were on the Zoom yesterday, a lot of gamesmanship back and forth between the both of them. Ticket sales wise, Gary, I don't know if you know this answer, but do you expect more Indiana people? Do you expect a lot of Oregon people? Because the Rose Bowl seemed like it was 85% IU fans. And I know IU has a large alumni base down in Atlanta, and it's a very easy drive from Indiana down to Atlanta.
Yeah, obviously, geographically, you would think inherently that there would be more Indiana fans because of the geographics, but also I think Indiana having the opportunity to really be number 1 in the country and look at, being the favorite in the game and people want to be a part of this unbelievable run that Kirk Signetti's put the Hoosiers on. You would think there'd be more Indiana people there. Both teams get 13,000 tickets. Both have sold both their allotments out. We've sold all of our tickets out. So it's going to be, 75,000 people in there in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and it's going to be a raucous crowd for sure.
It should be a great time for everybody going down. I know I'm going down Thursday morning. I look forward to going to the aquarium, the College Football Hall of Fame, World of Coca-Cola, everything that's by the hotel, Fan Fest as well. Gary, thank you for taking the time out again. We did a Rose Bowl preview with Gary as well, so taking a time out twice to talk to us. Anything else that Indiana fans need to know that we didn't touch upon?
Well, just it's interesting being from Pittsburgh and Coach Signetti being from Pittsburgh. It's going to be fun to meet him. I've never met Coach Signetti, but look forward to telling some Pittsburgh stories and catching up with him. And we look forward to hosting all the Hoosiers down here in Atlanta. You'll have a great time. Looks like it's going to be great weather. Get some Southern hospitality and warm up a little bit down here.
Yeah, definitely. We were looking forward to the good weather in California. That didn't happen until the second half of that game. So we're looking forward to 70 degrees. Right now it is 35 degrees and a little bit of sunshine. So I think Hoosier fans and Hoosier Nation will welcome, high 60s, low 70s in Atlanta. Gary, thank you very much for joining us today.
Sure.
And we're going to enjoy the Peach Bowl and hopefully then move on down to Miami.
Glad to be with you, and we look forward to hosting you. Travel safe.
Thanks.